Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Sayyid Raihan. I will explain about the comparison of freedom in America and Indonesia in various aspects. For the first, freedom of religion in United States and Indonesia. In Indonesia, freedom of religion is basically one of the universal human rights. Therefore, it must be protected, respected, defended, and should not be ignored, reduced, or taken away by anyone. The state also guarantees the freedom of every citizen to embrace their own religion and worship, according to their religion and belief. Not much different from Indonesia. In the United States, freedom of religion is constitutionally protected right as regulated in the religious clause in the First Amendment. It means that freedom of religion for citizens of the United States has been protected by the country. Although, when they grow up, they will decide for themselves which religion to choose. And the next is freedom of speech in America and Indonesia. Freedom of speech is restricted in Indonesia. Massive demonstrations are unstoppable anywhere, including in Indonesia. The unfortunate thing is that the government has silenced our freedom of speech. The aspirations that were conveyed only reached the gate. No representatives from the government came to meet the students. Moreover, after that, many students were secretly kidnapped because they were considered the masterminds of the riots. Even though if representatives of the people meet with students, it would minimize the turmoil. The kidnapping and beating caused mixed reactions from the public on social media. Insult and harass words appeared in various comments fields in online media. The ITE law as a written guideline is ready to arrest anyone who gives negative comments to the government. Unlike in America, they criticize the government with freedom of speech. They spoke harshly, held up their middle fingers, glared at the face of the leader without law that would arrest them in prison. The United States Constitution protects freedom of speech, including opinions that demean others. Even the most powerful, anyone can criticize the presidents of the government in this country because they are considered unholy. Criticizing or insulting the president is considered a form of freedom of expression guaranteed in the U.S. Constitution. And the last is freedom of press in America and Indonesia. In Indonesia, being a journalist must follow the journalistic code of ethics that has been set in Indonesia. Even so, what has been found on the internet and other online media, there are many defined press media. 2019 is the year in which the Indonesian people hold simultaneous general elections to determine the people's representative for the next period. The Democratic Party that had made online media or mass media the main weapon among politicians. It means that some irresponsible people in the world of journalism are willing to spread fake news just to achieve their goals. The press who discuss the bad government will also be arrested, such as news about the Indonesian Communist Party, its dark history, and it should be addressed to the public for the authenticity of the story. But it's prohibited by the government or our government. In contrast to the case in America, freedom of press is protected by the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, which is essential to democracy. It means that the government must be responsible for its people. The media are watchdogs. They are free to report and investigate government abuse. It's also an idea that is presented dynamically, where the media becomes a vessel for ordinary citizens to obtain various kinds of information and express themselves. Thanks for your attention and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.